Thank you for joining me. You're watching Esther from Stampin' Star Creations. I've gone ahead and used clear gesso to prepare my page that I'm going to be journaling on today. We're looking at a passage in 2 Kings chapter 4. This is about the Shumanite's son that got restored to life, and the particular preacher that was telling us about this was saying how at peace and how at calm she was. And in this version she says everything is all right, but in another version it says all is well. And he reminded us of that famous song, It Is Well With My Soul, and it's got an amazing story behind that song, so do look into that if you get the opportunity. So I like to go ahead and write out what I want to do for my journaling before I actually put it straight in the book, and I just trace this through the page. I'm using EK Tools, which is a black archival ink. This is my journaling pen that I use. I have sped up this writing part times 2. I've left it in just if people wanted to watch it and watch the process of me actually writing it out, then the opportunity's there. Otherwise, you can skip this part of the video till the next part. I do get a bit stuck with the letter M. I'm not quite sure how to start this letter, so I'm just doing my own lettering. I've not copied anything, I literally make it up as I go along. So I've not got any training or anything like that, I just like the idea of the doodling. I'm just going back in over the letters to make them stand out a bit more. I find it tricky to get the loops all looking the same, so if you go over them it helps to disguise any mistakes. Now I found that the word just fitted really nicely underneath that Y, so I started with the O to fit in underneath the Y and then put the other letters around it. So I was quite pleased how this turned out. I'm using this Happy Birthday Gorgeous stamp set from Stampin' Up because it's got some great little flowers and flora and fauna, and I grabbed some nice bright spring-like colours. So we've got Granny Apple Green, Melon Mambo, Coastal Cabana, Flirty Flamingo, Mint Macaron and Lovely Lipstick, and the aim was to use all the colours. I decided to get my piercing mat to place underneath just as a flat surface. So going in first with Melon Mambo, it looks like my inks could do with a bit of re-inking. So just fitting the flowers in around the wording, both the larger flower and the smaller flower. I'm just making this up as I go along. I roughly have an idea where I want these stamps to go, but I'm just going with it and seeing what happens. Using Lovely Lipstick, we're going to use the outline to the flowers to go on top of them. And the same with the small ones. Getting the Flirty Flamingo, And then using the kind of berry type stamp to just create a longer dimension to my flower arrangement. I needed something just to tuck into that space above the flowers, so I've used the other smaller berry stamp to fit some in there. Going in with mint macaron, and we're just going to add some leaf detail into the design. Again, it's just like a flower arrangement on a piece of paper, so it's a matter of just spacing out the flowers and filling in the gaps. Going in next with Granny Apple Green and putting some leaves in. I really like the mixture of the colours and the fact that I just stuck to the greens and the pinks. It's so easy to add more colour, but I was pleased with the results with these shades. Going again with the Granny Apple Green, I decided to fill the leaves in with this tiny little leaf stamp to add some more detail. And then just fit in a couple more, excuse me, just to add some more detail around the flowers. I'm using Coastal Cabana, and unfortunately I didn't clean off my stamp properly, so when I actually go to print it onto the Bible it comes out a funny purpley blue colour. So make sure I give it a good clean before I actually go back in with this colour. And then you get the true blue, the lovely turquoise that it should be. I decided to go back over my lettering again just to make it all stand out. Sometimes when you've added the extra detail and you stand back you can see if the lettering needs more adding to. I used the bee from this stamp set and using black tuxedo memento ink, it's touches of texture, and I've stamped the bee, but as you can see it doesn't come out very clearly, so I'm just going to go over it with my black pen. And there he is, much better. I like to date my projects and also write a short description of if it's from a sermon, so I tend to write a description up the side. I decided last minute that I was going to go in and colour the lettering, it just needed to be completed, so I'm using Melon Mambo on the word soul and the aqua pen, and then just very lightly with the Calypso coral going over the word well. And then again just using the aqua pen. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my video. Do catch my other Bible journals and subscribe to my channel.